Namaskara, Shubhodaya, a very good morning. Welcome to Bengaluru. Aero India 2021 13th edition show is all set and it's ready to be inaugurated and going live in a couple of moments from now, maybe a few minutes. Yelahanka Air Base is all set to inaugurate the Aero India 2021 13th edition. Now, the last 1 year has taught us very tough lessons in life. Maybe it taught us, or maybe it helped us to recollect how the life should be. Being the case, all over the world, all the nations have been affected by COVID. Then, how come Aero India 2021 is happening? Well, India is a leader country which has taken absolutely wonderful steps to contain, to hold, and to rein in the COVID. And also, we are already up with coaxin, and we have already given it to millions and millions. Aero India 2021 is all geared up to handle this situation. The RT-PCR test, not more than 72 hours old, is to be ready, kept there. Now, we will go over to Yelahanka Air Base to start with the inaugural session. Over to Yelahanka Air Base.
Lightest and smallest. Excuse me? The camera is being blocked? Yes. Thank you. Hi.
नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदाब अर्ज है, एल्लरिगू नमस्कार, सबको हमारा प्रणाम। देवियों और सज्जनों, मैं आसिफ बेग मौजूद हूँ एरो इंडिया 2021 में। आज एक बड़ा ऐतिहासिक दिन है। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, एरो इंडिया 2021 a runway to billion opportunities for the world, not just India। आज एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है क्योंकि पहली बार ऐसा सारे देश में नहीं बल्कि सारे विश्व में, it is for the first time it is happening like this. We have a hybrid show wherein you're seated or at the comfort of your house and we are airing everything live. We are present to introduce you to a historic moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the inauguration happening in a little while of Aero India 2021. Hold on, before I tell you much about this gigantic event happening right here, I am introducing you to my friend Vasanti.
Namaskara, and of course to all our viewers, Asif.
Actually.
You know, whether they are on DD Bharati and DD India, DD Chandana, Kodi Guide, all the channels of the South. This is one of the global premier aerospace and defense event. And as we speak, right behind us, you can see the Defense Minister of the country, Shri.Rajnath Singh, inaugurating the 13th Aero India 2021 show. Many highlights this time.
Actually, too many highlights. We started with the first edition in 1996 and now we are at the 13th edition. You know what? In the entire world, there were supposed to be different aero shows, but those got cancelled.
Indeed, let's now catch this moment live as we are speaking.
Absolutely, India is the only country which has started this. Ladies and gentlemen, the inauguration begins. We have our Defense Minister, Shri.Rajnath Singh, and I also see the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri.Yelahanka.
We are able to witness some of these, and of course the flight formations, and that's something which is not new to the Indian Air Force.
Actually,
we are going to be having the Surya Kirans and the Su-30 MKI, an aircraft that's Russian made, but at the same time licensed and made by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, India's pride HAL. The tricolor being carried on these aircrafts.
So the flags are flaring up in the air, which is marking a welcome of the dignitaries present out here. It just feels really proud for us to see the Indian flag there, right? So we have.
Well, it literally gives a high every time. You know, that is something which an aero display show certainly does to you. The Indian Air Force band that has been rehearsing since the morning, it's been beautiful. It gives us gooseflesh moments. They are just here right after the Republic Day parade. Asif, I was speaking to some of them, and they're playing the Vande Mataram tune in the morning.
That was so beautiful. I heard it in the flute. It's just amazing there. So it is basically for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be witnessing helicopters coming together. We shall get you more information. And yeah, yesterday we
But
had the
Asif, one
curtain
more,
raiser.
you know, the thing that we also have to tell our viewers is the significance of Aero India. And this time, India is going to be, for the first time, hosting the defense ministers of 28 Indian Ocean region countries, 28 IOR countries. It establishes India's sphere of influence in its neighborhood.
So we have dignitaries from about 60 countries.
That's right.
Who are present out here.
Yeah.
That's that too during the time of pandemic.
That's right. And in fact, it is a combination of a physical event as well as virtual event. All the viewers can be catching this bit right from the comfort of their homes. Of course, the Doordarshan viewers are going to have a treat for all the 3 days. It's a shortened version of what happens usually every year.
इसी चीज को हमारे भारत के जो लोग देख रहे हैं उनको थोड़ा सा हिंदी में अनुवाद कर दें। 3 दिन हम आपके साथ जुड़े रहेंगे, भले आप घर पे बैठे हो, लेकिन हम आपको सब कुछ जो है लाइव रिले देते रहेंगे दूरदर्शन के जरिए। और कुछ विमानों के बारे में भी
I think we are, yes, we will be doing that subsequently. For now, we are of course cutting live to the event itself.
So
We will join you very soon.
We presenting to you Aero India 2021.
Good morning, Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri.Rajnath Singh ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka Shri B.S. Yelahanka ji, Honorable Union Minister for Chemical and Fertilizer Shri T.V. Savanand Gowda ji, Honorable Defense Ministers and High Commissioners and Ambassadors from various countries, Chief of Defense Staff Shri Bipin Rawat ji, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Defense Secretary Dr. Ajay Kumar, DRDO Secretary Dr. Satish Reddy ji, Civil Aviation Secretary Shri Pradeep Singh Karola ji, Service Chiefs and business leaders from around the world, senior government officials of Government of Karnataka, friends from the media, distinguished delegates, participants, guests. On behalf of Government of India, on behalf of Government of India, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you in this 13th edition of Aero India 2021, the largest aerospace and defense exhibition of Asia. As we all are aware, the year 2020 has been a very challenging year for all of us, for the whole world, which has adversely affected the industrial growth and economy of many countries. Steering through these difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic with firm determination, India has proudly come out of it and also very, very successfully. Now, India has taken a lead in organizing a completely COVID-compliant mega event of international stature under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and Honorable Defense Minister Shri.Rajnath Singh ji. Today I feel honored that Defense Minister of India is present on the dais to grace the inaugural ceremony. I welcome you, sir, from the core of my heart. I would also like to extend our heartiest welcome to Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri B.S. Yelahanka ji. Sir, it is your initiative which has enabled us to host this Aero India 2021 once again in the IT capital of the country, Bangalore, here today. Your leadership and vision would boost the growth of aerospace and defense ecosystem in the state of Karnataka. It is my privilege to welcome Shri Sadanand Devagowda ji. He is also a member of parliament from the constituency of Bengaluru. Sir, we heartily welcome you. It's my privilege to welcome Chief of Defence Staff, General B.S. Rawat ji, Chief of Naval Staff, Shri Karambir Singh ji, Chief of Air Staff, Shri R.K.S. Baduria ji, Chief of Army Staff, General Naravane ji, Defence Secretary, Dr. Ajay Kumar, Secretary DRDO, Dr. Satish Reddy, Secretary Civil Aviation, Mr. Karola ji, and Chief Secretary of Karnataka, Shri P. Ravi Kumar ji. It is great honor for me to extend the red carpet to Honorable Defence Ministers, Foreign Ministers, Industry Ministers who have responded and honored our invites and shown tremendous courage to travel long distances during these COVID times from their respective countries. It is a great moment for the country to honor such galaxy of dignitaries, including Honorable Ambassadors of Indian Ocean region, Africa, Europe, Central Asia, and other Asian countries. With a great fervor, I also welcome service chiefs, delegates, business leaders, entrepreneurs, senior officials from more than 60 nations and 540 companies, including 80 foreign companies, who are now participating in this Aero India 2021 here. It reflects the positive temperament of the people across the globe and new level of confidence and global interest in the emerging capabilities of India. In the presence of Honorable Ministers from Government of Karnataka, Member of Parliament, and senior officials from Government of India, as well as Government of Karnataka and other states, this event has assumed significance and meaning. I once again welcome you all. I also extend my heartiest welcome to eminent members of print and electronic media present here. The media has a significant role to play emerging and energizing the people of this state as well as our nation. Sir, Aero India 2021 promises to be world's first ever hybrid aero and defense exhibition. In order to maximize the reach and participation, the event is being conducted in a hybrid format with a concurrent virtual exhibition which will integrate seminars, B2B interactions, product displays. I am sure this event will change the passive mood of the people caused due to pandemic and fill it with positive energy. Aero India would offer our country a unique opportunity to showcase its manufacturing prowess and progress towards furthering Atmanirbhar Bharat or the Self-Reliant India initiative. This event would provide the participating nations and industries an excellent platform to exchange ideas and forge partnerships in the aerospace and defense sector. In addition to exhibition, Aero India 2021 would also offer important parallel running events, mainly daily air shows, Indo-Russia Military Industrial Conference, Indian Ocean Region Defense Ministers Conclave, Conclave of Chief of Air Staffs, Startup Manthan, and about 18 seminars on various themes of defense cooperation, and finally Bandhan, the ceremony of partnerships, followed by valedictory ceremony. Sir, daily aero shows have been opened for the public in a limited way in view of COVID-19 restrictions. Sir, I am pleased to inform you that Honorable President of India, Shri.Rajnath Kovind, who is also the Supreme Commander of Indian Armed Forces, has kindly consented to grace the valedictory ceremony as a chief guest on 5th February 2021. It will be a great honor for all of us. With these words, I once again welcome the dignitaries on the dais and esteemed guests to the Aero India 2021. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the iconic indigenous aircraft Tejas has proven to be a beacon of inspiration. It is an embodiment of the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, a 100% indigenous light combat aircraft designed and developed by ADA DRDO and manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, with a naval counterpart to ensure peace and security across land and sea. Today, we turn a new leaf in the history of the flying force and in the journey of self-reliance in defense production. I would now like to invite to the dais DG Acquisition, Shri V.L. Kantarao ji, to hand over the contract of the 83 LCA Mark 1A Tejas to Chairman and Managing Director, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Shri R. Madhavan. Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Raksha Mantri ji to present the model of LCA Tejas to Shri R. Madhavan. Thank you, sir. It's now time to know more about the indigenous light combat aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the journey of the flying force, Tejas, and its impact on the Indian aerospace manufacturing ecosystem.
LCA Tejas program is a story of the triumph of indigenous design, development and production prowess, and a success saga of a 4+ generation indigenous military fighter aircraft. This indigenous fighter aircraft development leapfrogged India from HF-24 Marut to bridge a huge technology gap. The LCA prototype carried out its maiden flight in 2001. In the year 2003, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee christened the LCA as Tejas. Since the kickoff of flight testing, technology demonstrators, prototype vehicles and series production versions together clocked a total of over 6,000 incident-free sorties, which in itself is a remarkable achievement. Since the accord of the initial operation clearance, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has delivered 17 fighters. The LCA is a classic example of Atmanirbhar Bharat. As envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, Atmanirbhar Bharat is powering Indian aerospace and defense to surge towards self-reliance.
इसका मार्ग एक ही है, आत्मनिर्भर भारत.
The Indian Air Force has awarded a mammoth order worth 48,000 crore rupees for the supply of 83 LCAs in Mark 1A configuration. This is a huge boost to the nation's Atmanirbhar drive. The LCA Mark 1A will be integrated with jam-proof ASAR radar, most advanced electronic warfare suite, and beyond visual range air-to-air missiles firing capability. It will be extremely maintenance-friendly with reduced turnaround time. The LCA Mark 1A program follows the system integrator model and has created a national aerospace ecosystem with the participation of approximately 600 business partners. It is estimated that as the LCA Mark 1A program kicks off, it will generate primary significant jobs across the country in the private sector and will foster local industry. The LCA Tejas is going to be the backbone of the IAF fighter fleet in the years to come and is slated to be produced in high numbers. The production rate for this increased requirement by the Indian Air Force is being augmented by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited through the creation of a state-of-the-art new facility in Bengaluru. Apart from IAF, the LCA has generated interest among many friendly countries like Malaysia, Bahrain, Sri Lanka and others. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which is the largest aerospace and defense manufacturer in Southeast Asia, will elevate India to the position of global defense exporter in the near future with the radiance of the LCA.
As they say in the host state, Ellarigu Namaskara. Ladies and gentlemen, Karnataka is home to India's aerospace industry. The establishment of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited in 1940 heralded the era of indigenous aerospace manufacturing. The subsequent establishment of the defense public sector undertakings and R&D institutions like BEL, BEML, BHEL, GTRE, NAL, DRDO, ADE, ISRO, IISc and a host of others position Karnataka as a prominent hub for the aerospace industry in India. And now, Bengaluru continues to play host to Asia's biggest aero show, Aero India in its 13th edition. Today, it is a privilege to invite Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri B.S. Yedurappa ji, to kindly convey his keynote address.
Hon'ble Rakshana Mantra ji, Shri.Rajnath Singh ji, Hon'ble Union Minister for Chemical and Fertilizer, Shri Sadanand Gowda ji, Chief of Defence Staff, Shri Bipin Rawat, Chief of Army Staff, General Manoj Mukund Narwane, Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Karimir Singh, Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhaduria ji, Defence Secretary Shri Ajay Kumar, Secretary Defence Production Shri Raj Kumar, Secretary DRDO Shri Satish Reddy, Secretary Civil Aviation Shri Pradeep Singh Karwala ji, Ministers, Ambassadors, Head of Missions of various countries, Chief Secretary Government of Karnataka Shri P. Ravi Kumar, officers from Government of Karnataka and Government of India, dignitaries from abroad, friends from print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a moment for pride for the people of Karnataka and the people of Bangalore for having been selected to hold at another edition of the country's premier air show, the Aero India 2021. This is the 13th edition of Aero India, and I am glad to state that Bangalore Aero India has made its name known all over the world. The state government over the years has created a unique infrastructure and ecosystem for holding event of this magnitude. The edition of Aero India is being held in the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic. I take the holding of this event as affirmation of confidence in the ability of the state administration to tackle COVID pandemic. I also assure the participants that the state has taken utmost care to ensure the safety of delegates and participants. I have been informed that about 540 exhibitors, including 463 Indian exhibitors and 77 foreign exhibitors and companies from 14 foreign countries are participating during the 3-day mega event. This itself is an example of the kind of confidence reposed in the state administration. Bangalore, the capital city of Karnataka, is the home to many R&D institutions, defense and aviation related public sector undertakings, prestigious education institutions, and a vibrant startup culture. We contribute to 65% of the country's aerospace related exports from India. 67% of all aircraft, helicopters manufacturing for defense services is done in Karnataka. Government of Karnataka, way back in the year 2008, had set up the first ever 1,000 acres aerospace park in Devanahalli next to Bangalore International Airport. The state has an aircraft maintenance facility at Kempegowda International Airport, Bangalore, and is planning to set up MRO at Hassan and at BAL. Karnataka is the first state in the country to announce an aerospace policy with a proposed investment of rupees 14,700 crores and with an employment potential for about 10,600 people. The city of Bangalore is one among the top 3 global aerospace cities in attracting foreign investments. The state of Karnataka also enjoys well-connected and efficient logistic network. It has 2 international airports and 5 domestic airports. Bangalore Airport is the 3rd largest in India, providing global connectivity and is rated as fastest growing airports in Asia. Karnataka is power surplus state with highest installed capacity of renewable energy in the country. 2/3 of installed energy generation in the state is from renewable sources, which is one of the highest in the world. You all are aware, the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji wants MSMEs to play a very important role in Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. To realize this dream, Laghu Udyoga Bharati and IMS Foundation, with the support of Government of Karnataka, organizing MSME Aerospace and Defense Expo from 27 to 29 September 2021 at Bangalore International Exhibition Center. I request Honorable Defense Minister Shri.Rajnath Singh ji to extend full support of the Defense Ministry to make this event a grand success. I take this opportunity to thank Shri.Rajnath Singh ji, Honorable Raksha Mantri ji, for reposing faith in the state government of Karnataka for yet another edition of Aero India, even during the backdrop of the global pandemic COVID-19. I conclude my wishing the 13th edition of Aero India 2021 a grand success. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, respected sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. We thank you for your leadership and your constant support in hosting this prestigious global exhibition in Bengaluru. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the address by the nation's leadership in Indian defense. It's a great honor to invite Honorable Defense Minister Shri.Rajnath Singh ji, a pioneer in charting an exciting new course for the future of defense manufacturing and technology. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri B.S. Yediyurappa ji, Honorable Minister of State, Civil Aviation, and Honorable Defense Minister from various countries, Honorable Sadanand Gowda, the Chemical and Fertilizer Minister, Government of India, Chief of Defense Staff, General Bipin Rawat, Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Karnveer Singh, Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal R.K. Bhadauria, Chief of Army Staff, General M.M. Naramane, Defense Secretary C. Ajay Kumar, Secretary Defense Production Shri Rajkumar, Secretary DRDO Dr. Satish Reddy, and Secretary Civil Aviation Shri Pradeep Singh, Chief Secretary Karnataka Shri P. Ravi Kumar, business leaders from around the world, friends from the media, distinguished delegates, participants and guests who have joined physically and virtually, ladies and gentlemen, a hearty welcome to you all to Aero India 2021. I am delighted to see the defense ministers, senior defense officials and business leaders from around the world in this 13th edition of Aero India, the largest aero show in Asia. Like previous editions, Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka state, has been selected to host the event again. Friends, I feel proud to mention here that Karnataka is a sacred, progressive, and technologically advanced land influenced by the thoughts of great Bhagavan Bashwana and various sages, Sufi saints, and modern-day engineering gems like Yam Vishwasaraya. Brothers and sisters, the existing supply chains developed over the years by the aerospace and engineering firms and investor-friendly government with simplified procedures and fast-track business approvals through single-window clearance mechanism combine to make Karnataka a very attractive destination for the industry. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri V.S. Yediyurappa ji, who has provided full support in hosting Aero India 2021 here in Karnataka. The Aero India series of shows have become an important milestone in the biannual calendar of stakeholders across the world. In the universe of aviation, this show is one of the brightest galaxies that is accompanied by a wide variety of options, solutions, partnerships, and most importantly, opportunities. Aero India 2021 continues this journey that promises to take its participants from the runways to the airways that crisscross the deep blue skies around the globe. Friends, but like most journeys, this too will bring its unique challenges. And as the last year has shown, no journey can be completed without passing through testing times, through lessons that last a lifetime, through setbacks and falls, through failure and pain. Friends, many a test flight faced the challenge of the false start, aborted attempts, mid-air stalls, only to recover and eventually find success. Our collective journey through the last year has been no different. The year 2020 has been a challenging year for the entire world and has adversely impacted the lives, livelihood, industrial growth, and economy of many countries. Steering through the difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic, India has become a leading nation in the world to protect the precious lives of its 1.35 billion people from the pandemic, and is now arranging vaccine not just for its own people, but also for the rest of the world. India has endeavored to bring out not one, but two indigenous vaccines, Covaxin, Covishield, and stated the largest vaccine drive to inoculate 270 million people. Our concern extends to people across boundaries, under which India offers more than 20 million doses to friendly countries. This bears testimony to our strong belief in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the whole world is a family. It also underlines our capability to make in India for the world. Brothers and sisters, despite the constraints caused by the global pandemic, I am pleased to see such a large number of participants in this year's event. It is coming from the world's leading nations in the field of military and aviation. This shows that humanity has tremendous capacity to overcome the adversities, and it is ready to convert such challenges into opportunities. It is this spirit that made us take the plunge and take a lead in organizing such an international mega event, which is completely COVID compliant. Friends, the Aero India 21 will display vast potential for India and the multifarious opportunities that our country offers in the field of defense and aerospace sector. It also promises to be the world's first ever hybrid aero and defense exhibition. In order to maximize the reach and participation, the event is being conducted in a hybrid format with a concurrent virtual exhibition, which will integrate the seminars, business-to-business interactions, product display, etc. It will be not incorrect to say that Aero India 21 has truly gone digital and global. I have been informed that about 540 exhibitors, including 80 foreign companies, defense ministers, delegates, service chiefs, and officials from more than 55 nations are participating in this event. It reflects the growing optimism of the global community and the level of confidence felt in the emerging capabilities of India. The gracious presence of defense and foreign affairs ministers, service chiefs, officials, and delegates who have arrived from various countries and far-off places has added a greater significance in value to the event. I am personally grateful to you all. I express my deep sense of gratitude to the defense ministers from Maldives, Ukraine, Equatorial Guinea, Iran, Comoros, and Madagascar who have joined this show in person, and many others who are joining virtually. I also recognize the presence of CEOs of global and Indian aerospace and defense majors. Friends, India today offers a unique opportunity in defense and aerospace manufacturing. This opportunity comes as a sangam of rising demand, greater innovation, conducive policy, and a maturing ecosystem in defense and aerospace manufacturing sector. We have taken many steps to strengthen our security apparatus recently. Domestic manufacturing of bigger and complex defense platforms has now become the focus of our policy under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. We plan to spend $130 billion on military modernization in the next 7 to 8 years. My brothers and sisters, the sector has been further opened for foreign sector participation, and we are encouraging foreign OEMs to set up wholly owned subsidiaries or enter into strategic partnership with the Indian companies. This event would provide the participating nations and industries a platform towards forging such collaborations in the aerospace and defense sector. Since 2014, the Government of India has brought in many reforms in defense sector to create a conducive ecosystem for exports, foreign direct investment, and the Government of India has enhanced FDI in defense sector up to 74% through the automatic route and 100% through the government route. Which should act as a catalyst for foreign players to invest in India. Friends, the newly introduced Buy Global Manufacture in India category of capital procurement in Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 allows outright purchase of equipment from foreign vendors, followed by indigenous manufacture through its subsidiary India, or through a joint venture, or through an Indian production agency. Another newly introduced provision of Make 3 in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 provides for Indian firms to manufacture defense items either in collaboration or with transfer of technologies from foreign OEMs. The new offset policy announced in October 2020 focuses on attracting investment and technology transfer by according higher multipliers. Friends, over the years, the government of India has facilitated establishment of wide-ranging production facilities of various defense equipment through defense public sector undertakings and ordnance factories. A large number of state-of-the-art weapon systems, platforms, equipment have been designed and developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization to meet the requirement of the armed forces through a strong indigenous technology base. I am happy to inform that the reforms aimed at bringing ease in doing business have shown good results. India has recorded a jump of 14 positions against its rank of 77 in 2019 to be placed now at 63rd rank among 190 countries assessed by the World Bank. Industrial licensing requirements have been eliminated for a number of items in the defense sector. Number of industrial licenses have almost doubled in the last 6 years, and more than 500 companies have now taken defense license. India is one of the fastest growing civil aviation markets in the world. With rising passenger and cargo traffic demand for aircrafts, and the related supply chain is increasing. Friends, India therefore holds a huge potential for investments in the aerospace sector, particularly in manufacturing of aero engines and sub-assemblies, as well as in the maintenance, repair, and overhaul of aircrafts. I invite the business leaders from across the globe in this field to take advantage of the various initiatives of the Government of India and set up manufacturing units in our country. Establishing MRO facilities in India for civilian and military aircraft will enable operators to India has the potential to become a reliable supplier of defense equipment to many of its friendly nations. We have a strong and diversified micro, small, and medium enterprise sector with more than active 5,000 units in this sector. We also have one of the fastest growing startup ecosystems catering to niche technologies areas. Government of India is strengthening it further through innovative initiatives like IDEX and Defense India, Startup Challenge 4, Young Scientist Labs, etc. And this provides a robust base for our growing private defense manufacturing industry. Brothers and sisters, with export of components increasing at a fast pace, I would like to impress upon the global OEMs to work hand in hand with the Indian firms, become their partners, and by leveraging the available skills and cost competitiveness, integrate them in global supply chains. Friends, our vision is to make India one of the biggest countries of the world in defense sector, from design to production, with active participation of public and private sector both, to achieve the twin goals of self-reliance and exports. We have set a target to achieve turnover of rupees 1,75,000 crore, including export of rupees 35,000 crore in aerospace and defense goods and services by the year 2024. Friends, I expect that Aero India 2021 will act as a catalyst in realizing our goals and fulfilling the aspirations of the global players in the defense and aerospace sectors. I believe Aero India 2021 will boost investment, expand manufacturing ecosystem, support enterprises, appreciate and enhance the technology levels and people, the economic growth for the country. While Aero India 21 focuses on providing fillip to economic activity, it also provides an opportunity to discuss our security environment. India has a vast coastline, but our interests also lie beyond our shores. It includes our people who reside and work across continents, especially in Indian Ocean region. It is our bounden duty to remain capable and willing to assist them in times of natural calamities and security challenges. We also feel responsible to offer assistance and support to all countries in the region. Be it piracy, challenges to security, humanitarian assistance, or emergency situations, India has always been ready to offer help. Friends, in this context, during the visit of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Indian Ocean Island states in 2015, a concept of Indian Ocean named Sagar, which means security and growth for all in the region, was visualized. This outlook towards the Indian Ocean region emanates from the ingrained element of our civilization's basic ethos, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means that whole world is a family. Friends, I am happy to see that this edition of Aero India has laid the strong foundation of this great vision with Indian Ocean region Defense Ministers Conclave. It is themed on enhanced peace, security, and cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. The conclave is an initiative to promote dialogue in an institutional and cooperative environment that can foster the development of peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indian Ocean region. Friends, as you are aware, like many of our friendly countries, India also faces threats and challenges emanating from multiple fronts. India is a victim of state-sponsored and state-inflicted terrorism, which is now a global threat. We have long witnessed unfortunate attempts to employ force to change status quo along our unresolved border. India is vigilant and prepared to counter and defeat any misadventure to defend our people and the territorial integrity at all costs. Brothers and sisters, our resolve towards this end is shown by our growing defense capabilities. The Aero India 21 will showcase this commitment. The seminars section in Aero India is also powering and the dream of Atma Nirbhar Bharat. The seminars are themed on defense corridors, future of civil aviation in India, drones and counter drones, Indian helicopter story, future of conflicts, aero engines and MRO, critical and strategic materials, and include outreach programs by the state governments on the investment opportunities. Friends, the Aero India seminars will be held in a hybrid format. The speakers as well as the audience will be able to participate in the various seminars virtually also. They will be streamed worldwide. Their interactions would be conducted by the leading industry forums, international forums, think tanks, media houses, Indian industry, DRDO, Ministry of Civil Aviation, state governments, etc. Renowned experts have been invited as speakers. My dear brothers and sisters, Aero India 2021, through both its physical and virtual manifestation, provides the opportunity to create desirable synergies in defense trade, manufacture, and export. I am confident that these 3 days will prove to be productive and fulfilling, and I am also sure that our shared vision and values will forge new relations and carry forth the existing relationship and associations to the next level. I wish the organizers and the participants the very best for the conduct of this event. Once again, I would like to congratulate and appreciate the efforts of Government of Karnataka and the Ministry of Defense in organizing this first international mega event. Now, I declare Aero India 2021 open and wish for its mega success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Honorable Defense Minister, sir, for such an invigorating address. Your words have and are the very reason that we all stand here with the resolve to chart the way for business in the new normal. I would now like to invite Additional Secretary Defense Production, Shri Sanjay Jajuji, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
On behalf of the Ministry of Defense and Government of India, I would like to acknowledge with gratitude the kind of vision and support and the leadership provided by Honorable Defense Minister Shri.Rajnath Singh ji. In fact, it's his vision and the encouragement given by him that led us to conduct the Aero Show despite the raging COVID pandemic. I would also like to acknowledge the help given by the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri B.S. Yedurappa ji. His entire team has been a constant source of support and guidance to organize this event at such a scale. I'd also like to thank the Honorable Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers, D.V. Sadanand Gowda ji, the local Member of Parliament, who has been a guiding force for us to organize this event. It would be befitting that I take the names of close to 62 countries that have participated in Aero India in person. They have the presence of the Vice President from Equatorial Guinea. We have defense ministers coming in from Comoros, Iran, Madagascar, Maldives, Sudan, and Ukraine. We have the deputy defense ministers coming in from Equatorial Guinea, Iran, Ukraine. we have ambassadors coming in from 29 countries. I am extremely grateful to all of you excellencies. Despite the COVID pandemic, you have taken pains to come to India, to come to Bengaluru, and I'm extremely grateful for the presence of your delegations led by service chiefs, officials of your ministries, and I'm pretty confident that this would create a new opening in our relationships. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of CDS General Bipin Rawat ji, our Vice Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Karambir Singh ji, Admiral Air Marshal Rakesh Kumar Bhaduria ji, Chief of Air Staff, our Chief of Army Staff General Narwane ji. In fact, this entire event is actually the event for the services, by the services, and of the services. And I'm extremely thankful for the leadership provided by our services. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the dignitaries coming in from various states in the country. We have the presence of the Honorable Governor from Punjab. We have the industry ministers coming in from Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, and Deputy Chief Minister also coming in from Haryana. I'm extremely thankful for your gracious presence for this event, sir. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the secretaries in Government of India, our Defense Secretary, Dr. Ajay Kumar, our Defense Production Secretary, Raj Kumar, the DRDO Secretary, Mr. Satish Reddy, Civil Aviation Secretary, Mr. Kharola, Chief Secretary, Mr. P. Ravi Kumar. In fact, this is the team that made us do this event at such a scale and provided us constant support and guidance. It would be important that I take the names of the captains of the industries, the global OEMs, the exhibitors, and all those who have participated in this event. It's a B2B event, and I'm extremely confident that this would help you materialize many of your collaborations and cooperations. I'm also thankful to the officials of the state government of Karnataka. In fact, it's their support that the event of this scale is kind of becomes possible. Last but not the least, in fact, it's important that I take the names of the members of the media, the international media, the national media, the local media. All of you have come in huge numbers and provided us support to take this event to this level. I'm once again thankful to all of you, all the organizers. There's the Yelahanka team here and all the members of the organizing committee for organizing this event. Welcome to Aero India 2021. Thank you.
Our Indian air warriors are airborne and they are on time, and so are we. Today, a spectacular flying display will be followed by the inauguration of India Pavilion by Honorable Raksha Mantri ji. Thank you. Ellarigu dhanyavadagalu. Have a great day. Jai Hind.
Them sky is the limit, but for the ones who fly this iron machine, sky is the home for them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, officially Shri.Rajnath Singh, Defense Minister, has inaugurated Aero India 2021. All right, Vasanti, how do you feel about it?
Gail always gives a high, Asif. Being the anchor for Aero India 2021 is a privilege. It's the world's first hybrid event, of course, as we've been hearing. Also a global premier aerospace and defense meet as well. For India, it's a particularly proud moment because it establishes the Atmanirbhar concept. The defense cabinet, in fact, the ministry has awarded a 48,000 crore contract to India's own plane maker, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, that
So
will
that
have,
adds
in
on
fact,
to
83
Make in
Tejas,
India.
yes, Tejas aircraft. And in fact, it is even the logo of Aero India 2021 symbolizes the whole spirit of New India. It is Tejas, which is the lightest and smallest supersonic fighter aircraft. It is something that definitely makes every Indian proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we just heard Shri.Rajnath Singh ji, who just announced, about 48,000 crores, यानी कि 48,000 करोड़ का मेक इन इंडिया प्रोजेक्ट जो है HAL को सौंपा गया है.
इसके बाद जो है, इसके बाद
Tejas.
जो है, as we wind up, we also have to get ready for this aerial ballet, which is going to light up the skies. All the, the supersonic aircraft. That's something the public very much looks forward to.
Absolutely. मैं भी
in
इंतजार कर रहा हूँ।
everything.
देवी और सज्जनों, दिल थाम के रखिएगा क्योंकि आकाश जो है रंग बिरंगा होने वाला है और कई सारे शोर शराबे अलग अलग एयरक्राफ्ट से। वैसे आज एक ऐतिहासिक दिन ही है क्योंकि पहली बार ऐसे हो रहा है कि सूर्य किरण और सारंग एक साथ उड़ेंगे। वैसे तो अलग अलग
It's
कई
really
बार
been a
उड़ रहे हैं।
pleasure hosting this as we actually pan now to the aerobatics that are going to be following, and all the aircraft, of course, right from the Sukhoi to the Surya Kirans to Tejas. It's been a pleasure hosting this bit from Asif and me,
Absolutely.
Vasanthi Hari Prakash.
So ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy the Aero show.
Namaskara.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flypast for today would commence with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited's Atmanirbhar formation display, the one that underscores the company's historical commitment to making India self-reliant in defense aviation sector. The products of several such onerous efforts in terms of its helicopters and aircraft would fly past in front of you in just a few seconds. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has always risen to the occasion whenever it was required to. After the Kargil war, a need for a weaponized helicopter was felt. HAL came up with not one, but two solutions. A quick-fix weaponized variant Rudra of ALH, which is in service for close to a decade now, and an advanced, dedicated combat helicopter perfectly tailored to our demanding environs. The light combat helicopter. This is in production for operational deployment now. Similarly, after the 26/11 Mumbai attack, coastal security needed shoring up. HAL rapidly derived a maritime variant out of ALH and swiftly inducted it into operation. The aging glacier workhorses needed replacement, the Chetak and the Cheetah fleet. And once again, HAL has produced an advanced, effective, wholly indigenous single-engine helicopter, the Light Utility Helicopter LUH. In a similar manner, on the fixed-wing side, HAL has focused on the trainer aircraft, sensing a long-felt requirement. Spread over the years, HAL has produced LCA twin-seater trainer, HTD-40 basic trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, please look to your left. The first formation of being light utility helicopter in the lead, flanked by two ALH maritime variant in bright Coast Guard colors, is flying past you. The lead aircraft is flown by Wing Commander Uni Pillai and Wing Commander Anil Bambani, and the Coast Guard is being flown by Anand Nuru, Dubey and Ashwin. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have one more helicopter formation coming from your left, and that's the Dhanush formation of light combat helicopters. This formation is led by John and Tapinder and flanked on both sides by Hari and Patak in Tech Demonstrator 4 and Rajesh and Sood in Tech Demonstrator 2. These agile and lethal helicopters have entered production and are poised to become a potent force multiplier in our operational frontiers. In case you find that hard to believe, wait to watch the scintillating display by the lead Dhanush in a short while from now. Ladies and gentlemen, look to your left. The Dhanush formation of light combat helicopters. Ladies and gentlemen, now as we wait for the Atmanirbhar fixed-wing trainer formation, a word about each of the aircraft that will be participating. The HTT-40 has completed its spin phase trials and is on the verge of certification. The Hawkeye is an indigenously upgraded version of AJT with significant combat capability. The Sitara IJT is an advanced stage of flight doing the spin phase correctly. And finally, the Dornier 228, which is HAL's answer to the clarion call of the nation in Mission Udan, Ude Desh Ki Aam Nagrik, enabling the common man the flying experience. Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, now with a loud cheer, welcome the Atmanirbhar formation of HAL trainers. The lead-in fighter trainer LCA flown by Siddharth, flanked by two HTT-40 in red livery flown by Venu and Avasti. Right behind are Haka in blue livery, Rajiv Joshi flies it, and Sitara by Thakur. Finally, the Donia by Chand and Sansare. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause cheering the helicopters and fixed-wing trainers of HAL, appreciating their dedication to rendering India Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Following the enchanting performance by the Atmanirbhar formation, ladies and gentlemen, please keep looking to your left for the Netra formation. The Airborne Early Warning and Control System aircraft fully and indigenously develops Defense Research Development Organization. This aircraft is equipped with a powerful ESA radar, real-time data link capability, and a host of multiple sensors. To your left, the aircraft is being flown by Group Captain Pranjal Singh, Wing Commander Gautam Singh, and Squadron Leader Bala Guhan. The AEWNC is truly an eye in the sky.
हवा से सूचना का संचार करने वाला, हवाई सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी उठाने वाला, विजयी सपनों को पंख लगाने वाला नेत्र स्वयं आपकी नजरों के सामने उड़ान भर रहा है। खोल आंखें, तुझको है दूर उड़कर जाना। नेत्र, तुम देश को महासमर में विजयी बनाना।
And here comes the Vijay formation led by a C-17 Globemaster flanked by Sukhoi 30 on either side. Today, the C-17 is being flown by Wing Commander Sameer Nijhawan and Squadron Leader Binoy. The Su-30s are flanked by Squadron Leader Mohit Kaushik, Flight Lieutenant Manish, Squadron Leader Abhishek Jose, and Flight Lieutenant Nitin Singh. This aircraft has added glory to our aircraft inventory. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for the Vijay formation.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming in from your next is our very own, the light combat aircraft. Two aircraft astride each other. In the lead is Wing Commander Varun, and on the left echelon is Wing Commander Karthikeyan. The light combat aircraft Tejas has been configured to match the demands of modern combat. More about this beautiful bird a little later.
Look to your left once again. The next formation that is going to leave you spellbound is the Brahmastra formation. Flying in will be the Rafales for the very first time in Aero India. Marking a grand entry into the arena are the Omnirol fighters, the Rafale. The three aircraft are in VIC formation. Formation leader is Group Captain Neeraj Champ along with Wing Commander Vivek Vikram and Squadron Leader J.K. Sharma of 17th Squadron, the Golden Arrows. The next formation that will fly in from your left are truly intimidating. Along with the Sukhoi 30 MKI, you will see two deep penetration strike aircraft, Jaguars and Hawks. To your left for Garud formation. is being flown by Squadron Leader D.D. Yadav and Squadron Leader U.B. Singh. The Jaguars are being flown by Wing Commander Mrinal Ranjan and Wing Commander Rao. The Hawks are flown by Squadron Leader Sandeep Huda and Wing Commander Komar and Squadron Leader Sumit with Wing Commander Senthil. Flying in from your left, you will soon see the Trishul formation, comprising 3 Sukhoi 30 MKI in Wing formation. Now you can see the Wing formation led by Group Captain Gera. The formation will carry out a Trishul maneuver right in front of you. There you see her splitting in an upward climbing maneuver. The Trishul symbolizes the synergy between the 3 services. Lo and behold, you have a Trishul in the sky.
and gentlemen, today we commence the display with the display by light combat helicopters. We have now in front of you the light combat helicopter. Though light in weight, this machine carries the punch of a heavy weight. The sleek platform LCH is designed to remain rock steady on straight lines with minimal vibrations, making it an ideal platform for weapon delivery, a fact amply proven during its extensive trials. This helicopter has discharged itself exemplarily, setting new benchmarks in all its trials and is now being produced in numbers. The display today is being performed for you by Wing Commander S.P. John and Group Captain Bhinder Singh of HAL. Please notice the rapid pull-up and the unique ability of the rotor, as the pilot will bunt the helicopter under negative G to come to a hover far away from ground. As you can see, this flying machine has sufficient reserve of engine power and rotor thrust. The LCA now is diving sharply to gather momentum and coming in front of us to demonstrate some sharp minimum radius turns. This beast of a combat machine is armed to its teeth with a stunning array of weapons: a chin-mounted gun, 68 mm rockets, air-to-air missiles, anti-tank missiles, all of them make for a lethal combination. Equipped with the powerful Shakti engine, this is the only helicopter in the world that has demonstrated ability to take on targets at Siachen Glacier, world's highest battlefield. Here she is, coming right in front of you. This and is performing a sharp minimum radius turn. HAL has placed India among those very few countries that have capability to design, develop and produce dedicated combat helicopters. Combined with the single engine LUH, the old warhorse ALH-3, with all its variants including the latest maritime variants, HAL has displayed complete mastery in the art and design of developing helicopters. HAL now has very few frontiers to be conquered. The heavyweight multi-role being one such niche, IMRH will plug that as well. Here she is, the LCH in front of us. Will now perform some sideward movement parallel to the runway. It is now moving rearwards to attain high speed, made possible due to its unique hingeless rotor. Conventional helo cannot perform this maneuver as crisply and swiftly as LCH. And here she goes. The tail-up, extreme tail-up maneuver, demonstrating the razor-sharp response and the control power available to the pilot. You now see the light combat helicopter positioning itself for some stall turns. This beauty, the LCH, surely teases as it goes away. Now look for its breathtaking steep climb, where the speed is bled off to zero and the beast turns with its tail rotor. This is an extremely difficult maneuver for most helicopters, but LCH does it with considerable ease. Ladies and gentlemen, this aircraft has the markings of a winner as it now moves in front of us to perform its signature maneuver one more time, the sharp rudder turn, and this time to the left. The helicopter is designed with specific features to keep its maintainability and reliability optimized, which in turn would keep the operating costs low. Self-reliance in such strategic machine is unequivocal for India's defense, and products like ALH, LCH and the new baby LUH are missions in this direction. With the development of IMRH, HAL will firmly entrench itself in the path of scripting yet another Atmanirbhar success story. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause as the LCH has finished its display and is now exiting. Thanks and Jai Hind.
Can we hear it loud for the LCH, ladies and gentlemen, once again? And from the LCH, we have to move to the spectacular entry of Surya Kirans taking off. The first wing formation will be led by Surya Kiran 1, Group Captain Singh, Vayu Sena Medal. On his right, you will be seeing Surya Kiran 2 with Wing Commander Udit Mehta. And on his left is Surya Kiran 3, Wing Commander Atul Yadav. Streaming right behind Wing 1 will be Surya Kiran 4, 5 and 6, that is Wing Commander Mayank Nautiyal, Squadron Leader Aman Salaria and Wing Commander Nikhil Bhatt. Following close will be second wing led by Surya Kiran 7, Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. On his right will be number 8, Squadron Leader Navjot Singh, and to his left will be number 9, Wing Commander Ajay Dashrathi. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by for the takeoff by Surya Kiran's aerobatic display team. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the second wing of Surya Kiran has taken off, to your left, you can see the Sarang team taking off in India formation. In Sarang 1, we have Wing Commander Girish Kovar along with Flight Lieutenant Dhanvi. In Sarang 2, there is Wing Commander Sneha along with Wing Commander Sridhar. In Sarang 3 is Squadron Leader Ravish along with Squadron Leader B. And in Sarang 4, we have Squadron Leader Adarsh along with Wing Commander Nikhil.
Just a few minutes earlier, you had witnessed this aircraft leading the beam formation. It had now come in front of you to provide a glimpse of its capabilities for the role that it would be expected to perform. Ladies and gentlemen, Here we have in front of us the light utility helicopter, which has now performed a high-speed run followed by a steep descending turn, dropping speed to come in front of us. The LUH is a 3-ton helicopter with a single RD-10-1U engine. It's been developed as a replacement to the Indian Armed Forces' aging Chetak and Cheetah fleet of single-engine helicopters. LUH now is saluting a dais and is now readying itself to perform some unique helicopter maneuvers. The sideward flight at high speed. Designing a helicopter for India's vast and varied terrain with its conflicting requirements is a daunting task. HAL has lived up to this challenge, achieving it completely in-house. This helicopter has already completed all the necessary flight trials and has achieved initial operational clearance from the certification authorities. The LUH now is performing another very unique maneuver, pirouette. This maneuver, where the helicopter points to the same location while going around it, demonstrates the tail rotor power available and the tail rotor effectiveness. The LUH is being flown by HAL's Chief Test Pilot Wing Commander Unni Pillai along with Wing Commander Bambani as it now spirals up to position itself for performing other maneuvers. This aircraft, after its operational clearance from certification authorities, is now ready to be operated from anywhere, be it the glacier or the plains, or the sandy desert dunes, or even the high seas. Another unique feature of LUH is its segmented blades on the hingeless main rotor system, a first for HAL in its helicopter design, achieved completely through in-house expertise. The LUH is now ready to perform a couple of stall turns in front of us. Segmented blades would enable rapid folding and unfolding of blades, making it handy for transportation, parking, and in operations over confined areas such as small ship decks. The segmented blade concept has the potential of providing unprecedented operational flexibility, opening up new avenues for innovative deployment. The LUH is now climbed steeply, is performing a stall turn. This machine had its debut display in Aero India 2017, 4 years back. And today it's in front of us, fully ready for operational exploitation. Here she comes in front of us to perform a stall turn once again, and this time to its right. Ladies and gentlemen, the light utility helicopter has completed its captivating display in front of us. Please give her a warm round of applause, welcoming her to join the ever-growing India's indigenous helicopter family, and wish her good luck and Godspeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, today you will see a first among the firsts. The B-1B Lancer of the United States Air Force, also known as the Bone, will be flying past you in a short while for the very first time in Aero India 2021. The B-1B is a multi-role, long-range bomber capable of flying a variety of intercontinental missions. This aircraft today is captained by Lieutenant Colonel Michael Fessler, and the B-1B would be escorted by a single Tejas aircraft flown by Wing Commander Surendran. The aircraft has flown a 26-hour-long flight from Ellsworth Base in South Dakota and belongs to the 34th Expeditionary Group. The other crew members on board are Major Drew, Major Jason, and Captain Hiep. We await the arrival of the B-1B. Ladies and gentlemen, look to your left and look at the B-1B escorted by a single Tejas. Once again, the pilot in command is Lieutenant Colonel Michael Fessler, and the other crew members, Major Drew, Major Jason, and Captain Hiep. He's aligning himself with the runway, the Tejas in right echelon. This aircraft once again has flown a 28-hour flight to come to India. Give a big round of applause to the United States Air Force participation.
Once said, there are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combination of these 5 gives rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, yet combination of them yield more flavors than can ever be tasted. When the combination of such basics can create so much more and beyond, have you ever imagined what can blending of transonic with subsonic can do? It can create magic, sensation and adrenaline that has never been felt. I am sure you not only must have imagined but might have desired to witness something like that. As we all are aware, the Indian Air Force has always strived to push the boundaries and venture into the newness and into an unimaginable while adding colors to the facets of military fervor. And this time, we have something as spectacular and suave as displayed by the Hawks and the ALH at the same time and in the same frame. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind. We take an immense pride and honor to announce the very first combined display of Suryakiran Aerobatic Team and Sarang Helicopter Display Team of the Indian Air Force. We can assure you, this will leave you with a gush of visual sensation like never before. Ladies and gentlemen, the smoke trace today will mark the history on the sky forever. This year is indeed special, as it's proven once again that no adversity is big enough to even pause the josh of the guardians of our country's skies. And what better than creating something as unique as bringing the versatility of fighters and helicopters in one dimension. Before we start the display, there is only one announcement we would like to make. To keep your eyes glued on the simultaneous maneuvers performed by both the teams and keep listening carefully to the team commentators, Squadron Leader Arpita and Squadron Leader Anjali, who are here to assist you in guiding through this experience of rush and gush. With this, we are all set to dazzle this arena. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to hold tight. It's the time for some zip, zap, zoom as we are going to present to you the Suryakiran Aerobatic team and Sarang Helicopter Display team. And here they come with the surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sarang Helicopter Display team.
The Sarang team is maintaining a wine glass formation while raising a toast on this momentous occasion. And here comes the Suryakiran team. A magnificent entry in a diamond formation. What better way to start the combined display while symbolizing the motto of the Indian Air Force, touch the sky with glory, as you have seen. Sarangs pulled up. And now Sarangs moving in towards the left, making an English letter I in the sky, and this I stands for you, me and our motherland and these indigenously developed helicopters. Till then,
Sarang is the only military helicopter display team in the world, and Suryakiran is the only 9-aircraft team in Asia and one of the few in the world.
keep looking to your left, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a change in the formation as Sarang has geared up. We are hereby standing by for the leader's call. That was a leader, and here you see the reaction. Sarangs coming in from your left in diamond formation, something very special for this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left.
And right above them, there you can see the Suryakiran team in Made in India Light Combat Aircraft Tejas formation.
And there is a surprise indeed. Sarang 4 pulls up, propagating the social distancing norm. The captain of Sarang 4 has just pulled up and now going for a short break after taking a stroll turn.
It is time for Sukhois to join in this display as well. Yes, Suryakirans have now got themselves in what they call as Sukhoi formation, resembling the multi-role fighter aircraft Sukhoi 30. Ladies and gentlemen, this time from your left, the Sukhoi formation. The formation requires the right and the left flank to slide rearwards onto the wings of number 7.
As you follow Suryakirans, now shift your gaze straight ahead. Sarang 1, 2 and 3 are positioning for the team's signature maneuver called the Dolphins Leap. This maneuver requires a very high degree of skill achieved by strict mind and body coordination. All 3 helicopters flying abreast will pull up in the vertical plane, carry out a synchronized torque to the left, and here they are like a dolphin in the ocean. Sarangs in Dolphins Leap.
And if you look a little high in the sky, you will see Suryakiran perform exclusively for the helicopter fleet of the Indian Air Force and specially for Sarangs. Yes, the next depiction of Suryakiran is of a rotor. You will see the rotor formation coming in from your left, signifying the motto of Sarangs, But for the rotors, we would have been closer. LH fleet in IAF has steadily grown from the conventional LH Mark 1 to Mark 4. The LH Mark 4 is the weapon system integrated version with its air-to-air and air-to-ground weaponry, along with the modern avionics, is one amongst the lethal arm platforms with the IAF today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep looking straight ahead, as there you can see the Surikiran team members are bringing a change in the formation. With this, the team has formed the shape of the arrow. This arrow symbolizes the bonhomie and synergy between our tri-services. And now, bringing the thrill closer to you all. The next change will be taking place right in front of you. So keep looking towards the formation. You just heard Saurabh, team leader, and here is the reaction. Crossover break, ladies and gentlemen. And that was Surikiran 8 and 9 tucking in and forming a diamond in the sky. For these magnificent aerobatic displays, both the teams comprise of a set of 20+ talented officers who are ably supported by the technical complement of 100 to 150 air warriors each and every time. Stand by, as Surikirans will be coming in for Vixen break. Meanwhile, the Sarans are all set to let the heat go up. Coming in from your right and left this time, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are, Sarans in the level cross. A perfect cross indeed. By an invisible string, the Surikiran team members will split on the leader's command and spread across the sky like the rays of the sun. So ladies and gentlemen, keep looking straight ahead, 12 o'clock for Vixen break. I'm sure this symphony of helicopters and hawks are all keeping you thrilled with their one after the other swift maneuvers. And there we have 12 o'clock, the Surikiran team coming in for Vixen break. Continuing the racing beats, it's Sarang this time, preparing for level mesh, coming in from opposite directions. Each helicopter will cross each other within a gap of less than 1 second, and on the same plane. Here they are for level mesh. Ladies and gentlemen, do not fret. This was not the end of the display. Both the teams have warmed you up, and now to raise the tempo and increase the heart rates, we present to you some sensational synchro maneuvers by both the teams. So sit back and tighten those seatbelts. Once again, as we will be taking you on the most astounding journey of aerobatic display. For a hair-raising barbed wire cross, Surikiran 8 and 9 will be coming in from your left and right. And for this maneuver, they will have Surikiran 5 and 6 hot on their tails. So keep looking to your left and right as Surikiran 8 and 9 along with 5 and 6 are approaching towards each other with a closing speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour. From your left and right. Please shift your gaze to your right, as coming in from your right will be Surikiran 7 along with Surikiran 4. And it seems there is some confusion in their mind as they are not able to decide which side is up and which side is down. So ladies and gentlemen, here comes Surikiran 7 from your right. And he will be trying to figure out whether he is up or down. Following in his footsteps will be number 4, trying to discern the same. Once again, shift your gaze to your right as there comes Suryakiran 1, 2 and 3. And there goes number 3 drawing circles behind number 1 and number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the corkscrew maneuver. Integrity and diversity is India's distinction that trickles down to our team as well. Coming from diverse cultural backgrounds, speaking different languages, we all work together towards our common aim of winning hearts and saving lives. Until now, we have seen the teams performing a gushful performance, but now it's the time for something very lovable. Ladies and gentlemen, keep looking straight ahead. Sarang's coming in for something very, very special. The next maneuver is dedicated to Aero India 2021. Here comes a pulsating sarang heart. Joining the sarangs, there you can see right above, high in the sky, Suryakiran 8 and 9. They have split up, and keep your gaze riveted towards both the teams, as here they are presenting a heart to the lovely ladies. Sarang and Suryakiran heart dedicated to all the lovely ladies who have been encouraging. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems Suryakiran 8 and 9 do not want our gentlemen audience to feel left out. So here they are once again from your left and right, ready to give goosebumps to one and all with a jinking cross. So keep looking to your left and right as these daredevils are approaching towards each other from your left and right for a jinking cross. Jinking is a maneuver used in combat to confuse the enemy. However, this beautiful morning, these daredevils are performing specially for our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left and right, Suryakiran 8 and 9. Please look straight ahead for the grand finale of today's display. The Sarang team is rolling in for the Sarang split on the soul-lilting tune of Vande Mataram. The leader will pull up to present a salute to the nation, followed very, very closely by the Suryakiran team for Starburst. Life should not be a journey with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in a broadside, in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, "Wow, what a ride!" We are sure that's exactly what our audience must be feeling after the combined display. Wow, what a ride! Both the teams are available on social media as Suryakiran on Instagram and Twitter as Suryakiran_IAF and on Facebook as IAF Suryakiran.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will proudly present to you the major success story of the Indian aerospace industry, the protector of the Indian skies, the light combat aircraft Tejas. Tejas was born in the Indian Air Force in 2016 with the first unit, the 45 Squadron. A fourth-generation fighter, this mean machine is one of the lightest fighter in the world. Light it may be, but it surely packs a heavy punch when it comes to protecting its motherland. This machine flies like a dream, but surely stings like a bee in battle. The pilot in command today is Group Captain Manish Tolani, nicknamed Tolly, Commanding Officer 18th Squadron, the Flying Bullets. He has over 2,400 hours of flying on various aircraft. He is a Cat A qualified flying instructor and a graduate of Defense Services Staff College. So sit back. In a few moments from now, Tolly will take to the skies with a thunderous roar. Let me tell you all that with the induction of the Tejas FOC, the Indian Air Force in particular, and the Indian aerospace industry as a whole has come a long way in indigenization and self-reliance. With enhanced capabilities in terms of envelope and expansion, weapon systems, and better avionics, the Tejas can now truly call itself a modern platform, which is now capable of air-to-air refueling, which is truly a force multiplier. High Squadron Leader Zafila will now guide you through the display of the light combat aircraft Tejas. of 18th Squadron, the Flying Bullets. And here she goes, Tejas showing off its takeoff. And there she pulls up, piercing into the blue skies. Look to your right and you will see him carrying out a half roll. Now Tolly is positioning her for the next maneuver. Brace yourself for a hesitation roll. Look to your right as she accelerates and carry out a 4-point roll and stops each time over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not stopping to enthrall you all, she pulls up again to execute a vertical pitch back. Watch her curves as she goes up into the lovely skies of Bengaluru. And there she dives down like a beast to pick up the enemy. Tolly is now building up potential for a hard turn. And there you can see the pilot turning the aircraft to the left at maximum possible rate. This capability helps the pilot to quickly acquire the enemy during a combat, thanks to the excellent digital fly-by-wire system, which allows the pilot to maneuver in this fashion. Tolly is now positioning for the next maneuver called the red eye turn. Shift your gaze to your left. And there you can see him approaching from the left, and you can see him inverted. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the red eye turn. During this prolonged negative G-fly, the pilot experiences all the blood rushing to his head. Tolly is now carrying out a left wing over to position her directly at the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, look straight ahead. The pilot will now carry out a vertical Charlie in front of you. And there she goes up, pulling up into the sky, showing off her curves and the Delta platform. Watch her roll as she touches the sky with glory. She now comes down again for the next maneuver, especially for the Formula 1 fans. And that's exactly what the maneuver is, Formula 1 turn. Watch her go as she executes the turn like turning tight on a racetrack within a few 100 meters. Enthralled, are you? Well, the pilot surely is not done yet. Look to your left as Dolly positions for the next maneuver. Charlie starts knocking off some knots to greet this wonderful gathering and march past in slow pace. Any guesses on what his speed is like? Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is at 120 knots, and that is indeed slow. Even the wind stops to stare. Inverts the aircraft and will bring her back through the vertical. Look to your right and you will see him carrying out rapid rolls, flaunting the agility of there you can see the light combat aircraft landing in front of you. Give a huge round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, after that marvelous performance by the LCA, taking to the skies of Bengaluru to enchant you is the mighty Sukhoi 30 MKI. The aircraft that you will see in a short while from now is from 30 Squadron, the Rhinos. In captain seat today will be Group Captain Antil, the CEO of the squadron. And there you see her taking off. She has taken a quick left turn and is positioning for the loop, tumble and the yaw. Let me tell you that in the rear cockpit is squadron leader Khan. This maneuver is extremely complex and seemingly impossible and is the forte of this aircraft. The aircraft has commenced her pull-up and she will pull into a loop. As she reaches the top of the loop, look at her, she is inverted. And now she tumbles. And now, the yaw. Can we have a huge round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen? What you just saw was the aircraft saying goodbye to all known laws of aerodynamics.
Of the skies at all, from the Sarangs to the Surya Kirans to Tejas.
Mine is on. Check if it is audible.
Look at the agility of this aircraft. Group Captain Antil will now position onto your left for a low-speed run along the runway. The maneuver allows the bird to slide behind any slower adversary. She runs in from your left, abounding in grace and poise. And time stands still as she tiptoes past you at just 200 kilometers per hour. A fighter aircraft that can turn quickly even at low speeds is a nightmare for any adversary. Group Captain Antil is now demonstrating the low-speed turn capability of this marvelous aircraft, turning through 360 degrees with a radius turn of merely 450 meters. The Sukhoi 30 MKI is invincible in a dogfight. Just in case you were a little caught up and missed some of the finer details of the maneuver earlier on, we have for you, once again, the spectacular loop tumble yaw. And this time, the pilot will position the aircraft head-on to the dais. Look at her as she climbs up into the sky. And there it is, the loop, the tumble, and the yaw. If you haven't seen an aircraft flying in reverse gear, this is perhaps your only chance to witness such a spectacle. Keep your eyes on the aircraft, and the next maneuver is the signature maneuver, the tail slide. Out as the aircraft pulls up into the blue yonder. Group Captain Antil will make the aircraft stand on her tail and slow her down to 0 speed. There it is, 25 tons of machinery and 2 humans stationary in the skies above. And now the captain is making the aircraft slide back, tail forward and vertically down. This maneuver displays the extraordinary performance of this aircraft and the stability of its engines in such an adverse and harsh maneuver. The aircraft will now be positioning to your right for a loop. Look at that gorgeous O in the sky. Well, we are surely not done yet. Group Captain Antil is now bringing the mighty flanker for a high-speed run. Do notice the speed at which it flies by you. And there she is, flying at speeds close to 900 kilometers per hour. Do not be deceived by the noises that Panda is never far behind when the flanker is around. The pilot, as you saw, has turned left and will shortly lower the landing gear to come in for a landing. An aircraft the size of Sukhoi 30 MKI would generally require the full length of the runway to come to a halt after landing. Well, that is not necessary for this mighty bird, and you will soon find out why. Look to your left and you will see the mighty flanker confidently making her approach to terra firma. Do notice the grace with which the wheels will kiss the earth. And there she is, decelerating. As they truly say, the flanker combines the ruggedness of Russian technology and Western avionics. But inside, she has a...
Yeah, well, it wasn't even possible to take your eyes off the skies, Asif. It was just...
It was absolutely spectacular, breathtaking. What did you like the most, Vasanti, in this?
I loved Sarang, the Surya Kiran and Tejas. It's really, I think, hard to say which one was better than most, the kind of moments when actually there was a heart formation for all the ladies in the audience and, of course, people from across the world who are watching Aero India 2021. Moment of pride when a national bird actually came alive on that Sarang, and the kind of formations, the maneuvers that can hold their own place against the best of the world.
The flips of our own Tejas, like just amazing, and the courage of the pilots just flying this machine, it's just wow.
What kind
when
of...
we saw that heart, actually, my heart was flipping, you know, you're like, क्या कर रहे हैं यार? क्या इतना भी possible है flights में करने के लिए? दंग रह जाएंगे, ताजुब हो जाएंगे आप
नहीं,
जब
मुझे
देखेंगे
और भी
तो।
लगता है कि the way Aero India 2021 का काफी मतलब it has got many uses and applications. One is to showcase India's capability as the indigenous, aviation and defense, power on its own. Of course, it's also hosting the 28 Indian Ocean region countries for the very first time, and all the capabilities. Some of the biggest avionics players from across the world are right here in Bangalore.
Matter of pride, we had more than 60 countries, defense ministers who were present out here, and they were all watching the show live. It's a matter of pride for our country, India.
जी, and for anybody who would have had a doubt whether pandemic के वक्त भी क्या ये हो सकता है, I think we have sort of shown that it can be pulled off. The way a hybrid model has been in place. There's also many seminars and treaties being signed as we speak. There's a startup manthan for those, and then of course a big moment for India's own plane maker, which is HAL, the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Now, what it also means that there are more job creations, because now the indigenous Atmanirbhar theme comes into play. And yesterday at the curtain raiser, I was actually watching the Defence Minister Shri.Rajnath Singh say about what it actually means for India. There are so many MSMEs, the medium and small scale medium industries and enterprises that are going to hugely benefit from this. And so it was certainly a mood uplifter.
They say a runway to billion opportunities. Absolutely, it's a runway to billion opportunities. One is like HAL back this big order in the Make in India concept, and at the same time we've got so many exhibitors. Defense of people from different countries who अपनी तरह के अपने देश के कपड़े पहने थे, वो भी एक अलग ही नज़ारा था देखने को. एरो इंडिया में एक चीज़ नहीं, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं. और हाँ, हमें गर्व है, we feel really proud that India is the first country to have the Aero show hosted after the pandemic in
and of
hybrid
course it's
model.
Yes,
absolutely.
and it's of course one of the largest in South Asia, and all the people who have been joining us
South
on
Asia.
DD India, DD Bharti, DD Chandana, Podigai, Puducherry, everybody from across. It's been really a wonderful moment to see on your behalf and actually present to you this absolute global defense and aviation show from across the world happening here in the Bangalore skies. You really couldn't take your eyes off. And Asif, before we sign off, we should also tell our viewers that we'll keep coming back to them.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure, being a host here with Doordarshan, showing you live the Aero India 2021. In our background, the music what you hear is the music which is not played in the recorder. It's the music played live by
the Air Force Band.
Air Force Band.
That's right.
Amazing.
And of course, a valedictory the day after by the President of India, and many things that you will get to see. For now, it's time for me, Vasanti Hari Prakash, and
with Asif Beg to sign off. Till then, enjoy. Stay tuned with us.
Thank you. Namaskara.
That was a spectacular event that unfolded at Yelahanka, and thanks for being with us for the last more than 2.5 hours. Raksha Mantri Honorable Rajnath Singh ji was there on the dot along with all the dignitaries, and right at 9:30 we started off the inaugural function, and Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka Shri Rajnath delivered his keynote address, and he remembered and he recollected and requested everybody to make use of the offers, the ecosystem and the support from Government of Karnataka, and specifically in Bengaluru. Bengaluru has been a capital of many things, the science and technology, the aeronautics. Right way back in 1940, HAL was initiated right into Bangalore, and with that came BEL, BEML, NAL, DRDO, IISc. All the air-related developments, science and technology developments came and stationed in Bengaluru, and that became more and more stronger and technologically advanced, innovative with the startups and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Yediyurappa ji highlighted about that, and Honorable Raksha Mantri also invited the defense ministers from all over the world, and also he very specifically and very beautifully mentioned about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. India considers the world as its own family, and he mentioned more than 20 million doses of Covaxin that's being offered to the entire world. And he invited the business leaders from across the world to make use of the ecosystem in India, and the vision is to make India the biggest defense sector manufacturers. And of course, with that we started off, and you witnessed a lot of spectacular air display, specifically to mention, like Vasanthi Hariprasad was mentioning about the Sarang helicopter, the Surya Kiran and the Tejas. Now let's listen to Rajnath Singh ji, our Honorable Raksha Mantri.
Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri B.S. Yediyurappa ji, Honorable Minister of State, Civil Aviation, and Honorable Defense Minister from various countries, Honorable Sarananji Goda, the Chemical and Fertilizer Minister, Government of India, Chief of Defense Staff, General Bipin Rawat, Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Karambir Singh, Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal R.K. Bhadoria, Chief of Army Staff, General M.M. Naravane, Defense Secretary C. Ajay Kumar, Secretary Defense Production Shri Raj Kumar, Secretary DRDO Dr. Satish Reddy, and Secretary Civil Aviation Shri Pradeep Singh, Chief Secretary Karnataka Shri P. Ravi Kumar, business leaders from around the world, friends from the media, distinguished delegates, participants and guests who have joined physically and virtually, ladies and gentlemen, a hearty welcome to you all to Aero India 2021. I am delighted to see the defense ministers, senior defense officials and business leaders from around the world in this 13th edition of Aero India, the largest aero show in Asia. Like previous editions, Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka state, has been selected to host the event again. Friends, I feel proud to mention here that Karnataka is a sacred, progressive and technologically advanced land influenced by the thoughts of great Bhagavan Bashwana and various sages, Sufi saints and modern day engineering gems like Yam Visvesaraya. Brothers and sisters, the existing supply chains developed over the years by the aerospace and engineering firms and investor-friendly government with simplified procedures and fast-track business approvals through single-window clearance mechanism combine to make Karnataka a very attractive destination for the industry. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri V.S. Yediyurappa ji, who has provided full support in hosting Aero India 2021 here in Karnataka. The Aero India series of shows have become an important milestone in the biannual calendar of the stakeholders across the world. In the universe of aviation, this show is one of the brightest galaxies that is accompanied by a wide variety of options, solutions, partnerships, and most importantly, opportunities. Aero India 2021 continues this journey that promises to take its participants from the runways to the airways that crisscross the deep blue skies around the globe. Friends, but like most journeys, this too will bring its unique challenges. And as the last year has shown, no journey can be completed without passing through testing times, through lessons that last a lifetime, through setbacks and falls, through failure and pain. Friends, many a test flight faced the challenge of the false start, aborted attempts, mid-air stalls, only to recover and eventually find success. Our collective journey through the last year has been no different. The year 2020 has been a challenging year for the entire world and has adversely impacted the lives, livelihood, industrial growth, and economy of many countries. Steering through the difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic, India has become a leading nation in the world to protect the precious lives of its 1.35 billion people from the pandemic, and is now arranging vaccine not just for its own people, but also for the rest of the world. India has endeavored to bring out not one but two indigenous vaccines, Covaxin, Covishield, and stated the largest vaccine drive to inoculate 270 million people. Our concern extends to people across boundaries, under which India offers more than 20 million doses to friendly countries. This bears testimony to our strong belief in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the whole world is a family. It also underlines our capability to make in India for the world. Brothers and sisters, despite the constraints caused by the global pandemic, I am pleased to see such a large number of participants in this year's event. It is coming from the world's leading nations in the field of military and aviation. This shows that humanity has tremendous capacity to overcome the adversities, and it is ready to convert such challenges into opportunities. It is this spirit that made us take the plunge and take a lead in organizing such an international mega event, which is completely COVID compliant. Friends, the Aero India 21 will display the vast potential for India and the multifarious opportunities that our country offers in the field of defense and aerospace sector. It also promises to be the world's first ever hybrid aero and defense exhibition. In order to maximize the reach and participation, the event is being conducted in a hybrid format with a concurrent virtual exhibition, which will integrate the seminars, business-to-business interactions, product display, etc. It will be not incorrect to say that Aero India 21 has truly gone digital and global. I have been informed that about 540 exhibitors, including 80 foreign companies, defense ministers, delegates, service chiefs, and officials from more than 55 nations are participating in this event. It reflects the growing optimism of the global community and the level of confidence felt in the emerging capabilities of India. The gracious presence of defense and foreign affairs ministers, service chiefs, officials, and delegates who have arrived from various countries and far-off places has added a greater significance in value to the event. I am personally grateful to you all. I express my deep sense of gratitude to the defense minister from Maldives, Ukraine, Equatorial Guinea, Iran, Comoros, and Madagascar who have joined this show in person and many others who are joining virtually. I also recognize the presence of CEOs of global and Indian aerospace and defense majors. Friends, India today offers a unique opportunity in defense and aerospace manufacturing. This opportunity comes as a sangam of rising demand, greater innovation, conducive policy, and a maturing ecosystem in defense and aerospace manufacturing sector. We have taken many steps to strengthen our security apparatus recently. Domestic manufacturing of bigger and complex defense platforms has now become the focus of our policy under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. We plan to spend $130 billion on military modernization in the next 7 to 8 years. My brothers and sisters, the sector has been further opened for foreign sector participation, and we are encouraging foreign OEMs to set up wholly owned subsidiaries or enter into strategic partnership with the Indian companies. This event would provide the participating nations and industries a platform towards forging such collaborations in the aerospace and defense sector. Since 2014, the Government of India has brought in many reforms in defense sector to create a conducive ecosystem for exports, foreign direct investment, and the Government of India has enhanced FDI in defense sector up to 74% through the automatic route and 100% through the government route. Which should act as a catalyst for foreign players to invest in India. Friends, the newly introduced Buy Global Manufacture in India category of capital procurement in Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 allows outright purchase of equipment from foreign vendors, followed by indigenous manufacture through its subsidiary India, or through a joint venture, or through an Indian production agency. Another newly introduced provision of Make 3 in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 provides for Indian firms to manufacture defense items either in collaboration or with transfer of technologies from foreign OEMs. The new offset policy announced in October 2020 focuses on attracting investment and technology transfer by according higher multipliers. Friends, over the years, the government India has facilitated establishment of wide-ranging production facilities of various defense equipment through defense public sector undertakings and ordnance factories. A large number of state-of-the-art weapon systems, platforms, equipment have been designed and developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization to meet the requirement of the armed forces through a strong indigenous technology base. I am happy to inform that the reforms aimed at bringing ease in doing business have shown good results. India has recorded a jump of 14 positions against its rank of 77 in 2019 to be placed now at 63rd rank among 190 countries assessed by the World Bank. Industrial licensing requirements have been eliminated for a number of items in the defense sector. Number of industrial licenses have almost doubled in the last 6 years, and more than 500 companies have now taken defense license. India is one of the fastest growing civil aviation markets in the world. With rising passenger and cargo traffic demand for aircrafts, and the related supply chain is increasing. Friends, India therefore holds a huge potential for investments in the aerospace sector, particularly in manufacturing of aero engines and sub-assemblies, as well as in the maintenance, repair, and overhaul of aircrafts. I invite the business leaders from across the globe in this field to take advantage of the various initiatives of the Government of India and set up manufacturing units in our country. Establishing MRO facilities in India for civilian and military aircraft will enable operators to achieve faster turnaround times, savings in operating costs. Friends, shortly after this program, I would be opening the India Pavilion that showcases our design and manufacturing supply chain associated in various facets of the rotary wing ecosystem. I would also provide a glance to the future technologies and possibilities that will shape the future of rotary wing platforms in India. I am very happy that the HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, has got the orders of development of 83 new indigenous light combat aircraft, Tejas Mark 1A, from Indian Air Force, valued at the more than rupees 48,000 crores. It is probably the biggest Make in India defense contract till date. India's growing strength and capabilities in aerospace and defense sector is now being realized by everyone. India has developed 2 defense industrial corridors in the state of Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, and these corridors leverage the existing manufacturing ecosystem in the state, which is ideally suited for economic testing and research and development facilities. Friends, with focused attention being laid on promotion of exports of Indian defense products, India is steadily marching from Make in India towards Make for the World. Brothers and sisters, a high-level committee has been constituted which would authorize exports of major indigenous platforms to various countries, leading to faster approvals for their export. India has the potential to become a reliable supplier of defense equipment to many of its friendly nations. We have a strong and diversified micro, small, and medium enterprise sector with more than active 5,000 units in this sector. We also have one of the fastest growing startup ecosystems catering to niche technologies areas. Government of India is strengthening it further through innovative initiatives like IDEX and Defense India, Startup Challenge 4, Young Scientist Labs, etc. And this provides a robust base for our growing private defense manufacturing industry. Brothers and sisters, with export of components increasing at a fast pace, I would like to impress upon the global OEMs to work hand in hand with the Indian firms, become their partners, and by leveraging the available skills and cost competitiveness, integrate them in global supply chains. Friends, our vision is to make India one of the biggest countries of the world in defense sector, from design to production, with active participation of public and private sector both. To achieve the twin goals of self-reliance and exports, we have set a target to achieve turnover of rupees 1,75,000 crore, including export of rupees 35,000 crore in aerospace and defense goods and services by the year 2024. Friends, I expect that Aero India 2021 will act as a catalyst in realizing our goals and fulfilling the aspirations of the global players in the defense and aerospace sectors. I believe Aero India 2021 will boost investment expand manufacturing ecosystem, support enterprises, appreciate and enhance the technology levels and people the economic growth for the country. While Aero India 21 focuses on providing fillip to economic activity, it also provides an opportunity to discuss our security environment. India has a vast coastline, but our interests also lie beyond our shores. It includes our people who reside and work across continents, especially in Indian Ocean region. It is our bounden duty to remain capable and willing to assist them in times of natural calamities and security challenges. We also feel responsible to offer assistance and support to all countries in the region. Be it piracy, challenges to security, humanitarian assistance, or emergency situations, India has always been ready to offer help. Friends, in this context, during the visit of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Indian Ocean Island states in 2015, a concept of Indian Ocean named Sagar, which means security and growth for all in the region, was visualized. This outlook towards the Indian Ocean region emanates from the ingrained element of our civilization's basic ethos, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means that whole world is a family. Friends, I am happy to see that this edition of Aero India has laid the strong foundation of this great vision with Indian Ocean Region Defense Ministers Conclave. It is themed on enhanced peace, security, and cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. The conclave is an initiative to promote dialogue in an institutional and cooperative environment that can foster the development of peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indian Ocean region. Friends, as you are aware, like many of our friendly countries, India also faces threats and challenges emanating from multiple fronts. India is a victim of state-sponsored and state-inflicted terrorism, which is now a global threat. We have long witnessed unfortunate attempts to employ force to change status quo along our unresolved border. India is vigilant and prepared to counter and defeat any misadventure to defend our people and the territorial integrity at all costs. Brothers and sisters, our resolve towards this end is shown by our growing defense capabilities. The Aero India 21 will showcase this commitment. The seminars section in Aero India is also powering and the dream of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The seminars are themed on defense corridors, future of civil aviation in India, drones and counter drones, Indian helicopter story, future of conflicts, aero engines and MRO, critical and strategic materials, and include outreach programs by the state governments on the investment opportunities. Friends, the Aero India seminars will be held in a hybrid format. The speakers as well as the audience will be able to participate in the various seminars virtually also. They will be streamed worldwide. Their interactions would be conducted by the leading industry forums, international forums, think tanks, media houses, Indian industry, DRDO, Ministry of Civil Aviation, state governments, etc. Renowned experts have been invited as speakers. My dear brothers and sisters, Aero India 2021, through both its physical and virtual manifestation, provides the opportunity to create desirable synergies in defense trade, manufacture, and export. I am confident that these 3 days will prove to be productive and fulfilling. And I am also sure that our shared vision and values will forge new relations and carry forth the existing relationship and associations to the next level. I wish the organizers and the participants the very best for the conduct of this event. Once again, I would like to congratulate and appreciate the efforts of Government of Karnataka and the Ministry of Defence in organizing this first international mega event. Now, I declare Aero India 2021 open and wish for its mega success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Raksha Mantri Shri.Rajnath Singh ji talk about the strides India is making in the defense sector, the aeronautical sector. He also mentioned about he being will inaugurate the India Pavilion. He has done it now, and Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka Shri B.S. Yediyurappa along with his Industries Minister Shri Jagdish Shettar has opened the Karnataka Pavilion and also released Aerospace Directory. All these things we will have visuals and present you a little later in the evening. But right now, we will close the transmission at this point in time, and please join us back at 2:30 today to know more about and stay updated and live with the Yelahanka Air Base. Over for the moment.